Hello. So, in less than 24 hours, I will be flying back to Canada for vacation to my hometown. And while this, for the most part, is incredibly exciting, I can't help but feel a little bit nervous. So, before coming to Korea, I'd never really spent a significant time away from home. Now, I'm a major believer in the idea that home isn't really a place, but home is where you are. So, while I left my hometown behind me, I've kind of made a home for myself here in Jeju, Korea, meeting so many amazing people and having some really amazing moments, and admittedly some really low ones, but I guess life goes like that. You wouldn't really appreciate the highs without some of the lows. Um, Now, I think that the people around you or the people you surround yourself with change the way you view the world. So that's one of the main reasons that I came to Korea. I chose to move to Korea to experience a ton of new viewpoints, new culture. Um, and indeed, I feel like I've been exposed to an unbelievable amount of new people, new foods, new friends, new experiences. And I believe that each new thing you experience kind of leaves a mark on you. Maybe a small mark, maybe a big mark, but it's there nonetheless. So after almost 1.5 years of all these new things, I feel pretty different. As I said in my first video, I feel like I've changed a lot, but I'm not really sure in what ways I have changed. Um, I feel that if you're only around people who are the same as you kind of stagnate. Um, Sort of like small town stagnation. Um, so I feel that I've done the opposite and changed a lot. I'm just not quite sure how. So just as the people who are around you expose you to new things, they're also kind of the mirror that help you to see yourself. By encountering new ideas, you realize how little of the world you know and how little you really can know of the world. Um, by encountering a new belief, you realize how closed or open minded you are in comparison to others. By saying yes to a crazy adventure like walking 11 hours through Busan, the back streets of Busan, in a misguided attempt to experience Korean culture, or like flying to another part of the country to meet someone, or flying to another country on the dare that you wouldn't. Um, by saying yes to these wacky adventures, I feel like I've realized that having an open mind can expose you to various situations that you never would have experienced, things you'll crave to experience again, things you will never want to experience again, and cause you to forge bonds with people that you never would have met otherwise. Um, Anyways, all of these things help you to realize the kind of person you want to be and the kind of things you want to do with your life. And contrary to everything I just said, all these new experiences that I've experienced haven't really made me certain of anything except that I want to experience many, many more new things, good things, bad things, the highs of love, the searing pain of heartbreak, loss, adventure, everything. So that brings me to coming home. While I'm excited to see my friends and family, I'm also a little bit nervous. So in Korea, I've been a little reclusive. I've made plenty of friends, but I mostly keep to myself and hold fleeting friendships, I guess, that burn brightly but fade quickly. Um, I think it's a product of being in a state of transition. While I love Jeju, I don't really see it as a permanent home. And so I guess I haven't really been able to forge the really deep relationships that I've had back home. That being said, there are many people here who I love and I want to keep in my life. Uh, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it's been a while since I've been around the people who I think best reflect who I am, my family and the friends that I really love. So I'm excited to see them, but I'm also really a little bit scared of what they reflect in me now, or I guess how they reflect how I've changed. Because, as I said, I feel like I've changed a lot, but I'm not sure how. And I'm a little afraid that my loved ones will reflect something that I don't like. Like, what if I've changed in ways that are negative? I see so many foreigners here in Korea who are just so bitter. They're just perpetually negative and angry about so many things in this country. I've tried to ignore their petty complaints, but it's really difficult when you're surrounded by negativity to not let it into your heart. And I've tried to stay conscious of what I think of others, but I feel like maybe I've become a little callous. That's not to say that all foreigners in Korea are negative, horrible people. Just that I guess any minority that is loud and obnoxious tends to overshadow the ones that are good and positive. But that being said, I think this fear is maybe a little misplaced. As I'm sure my friends have changed in many ways, or a variety of ways, I know that I love them, and the love that I feel for my friends is unconditional. So no matter who they turn into, my feelings will remain the same, I guess. And I assume that this notion is shared between us. Besides, if my friends tell me that I've turned into an asshole, then it's something to work on. I guess the takeaway message to this is that life can be mundane and meaningless. After all, we're just tiny specks among 9 billion other tiny specks, living in a giant and terrifying universe that doesn't seem to give a shit about our well-being. But really, this great void of meaningless emptiness is only great and terrifying if you let it be. Me? I prefer to be one of those happy idiots who tries to see the beauty in everything, because the world really is a phenomenally beautiful place. So I think I'll be fine. I'm still nervous about seeing everyone, but whatever. I think I'll be good. So later, Korea, I guess, see you in a month.